Mutables, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. In that order, one card, Spirit please, working clockwise. 1st of August 2020. Gemini, your card. Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. Gemini, you run in your own read, but it's negative energy, so you're manifested negatively. Possible depression, separations, a choice has been made. Gemini rules the hands, arms, shoulders, and communications and siblings. Something not quite right there. I was born on the 6th or the 24th. Living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. Possible third party, but not necessarily. Oh well, yeah, it is a third party. Heartache, sorrow, loss and separations, obstacles in your way to happiness. Was born on the 19th, living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. Could be minor surgery, could be kids getting in the way of you and your partner. There's some sort of obstacle there. Those born 1966, children, as I say, siblings, communications, blockages of every kind, being in the dark about something, confused. Yeah, this is going to take a lot of thought. 3 weeks is mentioned. But you have to make a decision now. Or someone does. Master number 44. It's thinking about a change that needs to be made. Yeah, you're trying to get unbound from something. So, something that's been keeping you bound in a certain situation or place. 108. It's time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They're coming up to be healed. There's never been a safer time to clear those patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence, of chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of lives past. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them and they stop holding power over you. While acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up till now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small, caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice, would have served to keep you safe in order to grow. You now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. It's time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustained. So look at the card and say, I release all old soul stories, vows, contracts and patterns that no longer align with me or who I came here to be in the present time. I carry the lessons, growth and gifts, but I no longer choose to live the same story. May I be unbound, forever unbound. So mote it be. Virgo, it's alchemy. They call it alchemy in this one, and it is, I've no idea why, but there's addictions here. shopaholic, alcoholic, drug addicts, gamblers, some sort of problem here, an alcoholic. You are being put through the ringer right now, put to the test. It will test your faith, but you will learn greatly from it. You're going to be very short-tempered and impatient. Those born on the 14th, living or past. Date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. So there's an imbalance here. Sagittarius energy, which rules the hips and thighs, so there may be problems with those, possible weight gain. But it is about faith and learning. Someone is in an unhealthy situation and secrets are being kept. This is the tarot reader, the psychic, the medium, yeah. The traveller, the carnival people. You have to be careful what you put in your mouth, is in diet and medication especially, and words that come out of your mouth, written or spoken. There's somebody keeping secrets. Those born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Tomorrow may not be a good day. You feel left out, you feel lonely in a room full of people, or you may be shutting yourself out, excluding yourself from others. It's negative energy. Not connecting to spirit, isolation. 5 years is mentioned. Someone wants to know why. I'm 31. Why what? Why are they keeping secrets? Why am I so alone? Why me? What did I ever do to deserve this? Basically, why me? Well, why would they do that? Fives are about changes, so an imminent change may take place. Career and finances. There is a phone call or a message or something that needs answering. Don't ignore it, whatever you do. You may want to, but don't. Answer the call. 36. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense. If you trust your soul's yearning, you will live a life beyond your mind could possibly imagine. So answer your soul's calling. It's not a one-time thing, rather a long, lifelong dance. Deep down you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you're called to do, that is your calling. So try not to overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that, and you're not listening to your intuition. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul, and that's why most people don't do it. But you're not most people. You're exactly in the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it's leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There's no end destination. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And you don't need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our growth. What is your soul calling asking you to do? That's going to be a difficult one then. You're in a position you don't want to be in, obviously. Sagittarius, you've had this more than once, I believe, in the past few days. It is about letting go. Ending a chapter in your life and beginning a new one. It's a positive energy. It's travel to the object of your desire, be they persons, things or events. It's the culmination and closure to a situation so that you can begin a new one. It is positive energy. Those born on the 21st, living or past. If your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Yeah, you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You'll be financially independent. You don't need anyone else. You're quite capable of functioning alone. Someone may be cutting you out of their life. It could be a doctor, a priest, or a lawyer, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or it's someone that you may seek good advice from, female energy, that will bring you abundance. She's very blunt, to the point, talks straight, but she is very knowledgeable. So seek advice if you need to, especially about finances. 9 years is mentioned. It's time to go to the sea. Travel to the sea. Number 7 is massively important. Someone is smiling down at you from heaven. You can do this. You just need to seek that advice. Possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Transformation. Yeah, you're going from one stage in life to another. Transformational energy. 106. Things are changing at a cellular level, and you are not who you were a year ago, nor who you will soon be. You are between, emerging, half risen, half falling, so keep doing the work because you're transforming. You'll look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode, to choose a new way of being where trauma is not your driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising to be healed as you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment. They loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find a new way to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that's been cast aside, and Ocean represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at its deepest level. While you're in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship, your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. Allow yourself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. So you need to make changes health-wise, but and seek advice, but you are on the right track. Pisces, you're releasing yourself from a mental prison that you've made by yourself. The roots that run deep can no longer hold you, and you've made a decision not to be trapped by anyone. You will put your boundaries in place and you will stop overthinking everything. Life's too short. 8 weeks is mentioned. Yeah, because you're in a toxic situation, worrying about what other people think too much. You are going towards an ending, something to do with the family possibly. The stability and security is no longer there, but there is loyalty. Capricorn energy rules the knees and bones and the external public life, but the number 15 is massively important in a negative way. Yeah, it's a never-ending story. You keep going through this because of what other people think. That's totally irrelevant. 3 and 7, 37 adds up to a 10, so an ending is about to take place. You need to end this never-ending story. This ticker tape machine that's going round in your head. Stop it now. Stop overthinking everything. And the answer is yes. If you have a yes/no question, the answer is yes. There is no words to this except don't overthink it, which is what I've just said. So they can't get any clearer than that. Can you see? All yeses, apart from just there where the quote says, don't overthink it, just say yes. There you go. Massively important words of advice from Spirit. Thanks for listening.